Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 7, the final day of just chilling out here on the OGPP, looking for us a Shinx, as well as another couple of things like a Magnemite, a Dene, and all the fun stuff that can be found here. But before we really get into it, I do want to mention that in yesterday's video, I asked you guys what we want to do about the 1,000 subscriber playthrough. We're going to talk about that a little bit at the end of the video. I need to clarify some things. I feel like I didn't really communicate very effectively what was going on with it. So I do want to kind of retouch base on that and make sure that everybody has an informed input on what's going on. So stick around all the way to the end for that. But for now, let's jump into things and let's grab our 7,631 sneaky snacking. Very good. As well as a small dream cluster for finishing out that reward stamp. Very nice. Finishing the stamp on a Sunday, I don't know why, it just tickles my OCD in the best of ways. And there we go, 200 sleep points puts us at 5,697. And you may be asking, why am I missing so many sleep points compared to yesterday's video? It is because I goofed very, very badly. Even though I reminded everyone that, hey, the shop is about to reset, I didn't notice that the shop was going to reset the day that I said that. I thought it would reset while I was sleeping today, and so I was going to buy the stuff yesterday. Well, I jumped into the shop, it had already reset. I went ahead and bought the 2 seeds, the main skill and the sub skill seed, just to make sure I don't miss out on those. So that's why we're missing some sleep points. But for our daily lottery, we did get 1 Poke Biscuit, and I'm going to go ahead and buy some stuff from the shop now so that I don't miss it again this time. There we go. Those are already bought out. We do, you know what? That dream cluster is pretty cheap and it is very good. So we definitely want to buy that. I'm going to go ahead and buy these biscuits just to get those out of the way. We have plenty of sleep points. We will get plenty more to buy some more stuff. I'm not going to buy from the general store just yet, just the premium shop. The medium handy candies are good. The medium ingredient tickets, not so much. I mean, they're all right. They're good for some extra pot filler. We may buy one here or there, but I don't think that's something that we really need to buy out right now. The handy candies, I kind of want to buy right now, but at the same time, I only have 2,000 sleep points and I kind of want to stay where I'm at and I don't want to drop down to 500. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up right there and move on. And hopefully with this sleep report, get something very interesting. Again, a snoozing type is what we're looking for so that we can find our Shinx. But we have just not gotten lucky with that. So let's see what we can do. We got 9.5 hours of sleep, of course, makes sense. It's looking kind of balanced, actually. Looking kind of balanced. No, dozing type. Okay, all right. Well, what do we get for dozing? I actually don't recall what is dozing type here that we're really looking for. That just means it's all gonna be a surprise. But anyway, we've got about almost 80 million, 79.5. Still only 7 spawns, but that's to be expected. OGPP is not an easy island. A top belly Arbok, okay. Apparently I found that one before. A top belly Arbok, Ghastly, Haunter. What else we got? A shiny somewhere maybe. Florigato. All right, well, Caterpie, 2 Ghastlies and an Arbok. That means we've got a new sleep style. What? Ooh, Charge-a-Bug. Okay. Charge-a-Bug, new sleep style, the stretched sleep. Very nice. Still getting new sleep styles, which does feel very good. Maybe we'll be set up like last time when we get some new sleep dex goals eventually in another few months. But all right, that should hopefully be a decent amount of dream shards because I'm kind of stockpiling them right now just to see what's going to go on with this holiday event, because we did have the candy boost for the holiday event and it was very expensive. So I'm going to stockpile those candies for that reason. Out of all the Pokemon here, I really don't know what I would want to catch. I may just catch the Haunter just to finish it up. Yeah, nothing else is really jumping out at me. If there was an Ekans maybe instead of an Arbok, I might catch that. Honestly, yeah, I'm just gonna use the premium biscuit, catch the Haunter, and be done with it. I don't really see a reason to catch much else, to be honest with you. I mean, the Charge-a-Bug, maybe, but we already have 2 good Pokemon from that line, so not a huge priority. Maybe if it was hungry, I might try. But out of everything here, we are definitely going to send out some Vikavolt candy, help people out with their coffee beans, because it is a big game changer. So, I said Vikavolt candy, I think. Grubbin candy, that's the one. All right, let's get this done. We've got about, a good amount of Dream Shards, almost 12,000. Very good. I think like 11,700, something like that, if I've done my math correctly, which we all know is, you know, never a trustworthy thing. All right, Haunter, level 20 and modest. So that is gonna be hopefully somewhat decent, but at the same time, we already have a couple of good ones. You know what though? ABB is pretty nice. ABB is pretty nice on a Haunter. It's not bad. Okay, so we've got helping speed. Could be all right. Helping speed, inventory up, helping speed again, skill triggered. No ingredient finding, skill level up S. Yeah, not really what we want to see. Ingredient finding with speed of help down, but double helping speed up kind of balances that out. This one actually might be kind of okay. Let's see. Ingredient finding, modest, there we go. It might be kind of okay, but I don't think it's going to be that great. Or maybe I'm wrong, but at the same time, base ingredient finding rate on the Ghastly line is kind of low. Really want that ingredient finding sub skill to help out with that. Yeah, this one's pretty good. I might keep this one and compare it to some of the others, because like I said, we do have a couple of Haunter or Ghastly line Pokemon already. So I might keep it and compare it to the others and see just how it stacks up. I feel like, honestly, this is better as a total strength Pokemon instead of focusing on the ingredients. So that could be a thing. But we're going to let this one run. I don't know why it has taken so long lately to calculate these PRs. It has just been real bad lately. But let's see. 9,500 compared to 14,000 for an optimal Haunter. Yeah, we really want those ingredient finders. Ingredient finding is more important than speed, but this one's okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna save this just to compare it to the others, but I don't know that we're actually gonna do anything with it. I'm just gonna hold on to it just for comparison's sake, just because it might be a little bit better than the others. I don't know that I actually have an ABB Haunter or Ghastly yet. So that may be also where it shines a little bit. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. It is working on level 100 PR, so it's going relatively quick, but not terribly fast. So let's go ahead and move on. We'll let that finish while we move on to other things, and we'll see what we got. At the very least, it's not a guaranteed friend for the professor yet. All right, so let's see. We should have probably no new news, correct? But we do have some community reports. Got 10 of them last night. 2 of them doubled up, so about 20%. Not bad. We got 32 this time with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 that doubled up. So yeah, pretty good odds. 14 out of 32. That is almost half. Very good. No level up today. I thought it's coming any day now. I keep thinking this is the day. This is the day. But no, not yet. Not yet. Soon. All right, let's collect these ingredients. Charizard, an ingredient trigger, or skill trigger. That's exactly what I was hoping for, to give me a little bit of extra stuff for the pot, because we are going to have a giant pot today. We also are going to get a decent amount of coffee beans from Vikavolt. Very good. What is that? 18 of them. Nice. Haunter PR, 81. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right. Gardevoir, just a singular skill trigger. It's kind of an okay start to the day. We like to see 2. I'm not collecting from Dedenne. I've gotten to the point where I've had to collect from Dedenne. We still have not gotten an extra tasty in like 2 days, even though the average of our extra tasty odds is like 1 and 2 over the last 2 days. Still haven't gotten that extra tasty. So I have collected from Dedenne before I swap Pokemon out to get other ingredients, because I just don't want to waste it. It's better to use it on higher extra tasty chances than to just let it go into the ether. So I think we're either at like 90, we might be at 90% extra tasty odds right now. And I wouldn't be surprised if we missed it based on how it's been going this week. But let's see. Yeah, 90% odds. 90% odds for an extra tasty Defiant Coffee Dress Salad. Let's throw in the strongest things we got. We have enough oil for all 3 meals today. We no longer need apples, so we can throw those in. We got an excess of them. Actually, you know what? Let's hold up. Let's take some of this out. Let's put in, we've got excess tomatoes, or potatoes, so let's throw in 11 more. Let's get up to 33. And then, do I want to put apples in? We don't need any more honey either, and I think honey is definitely more valuable than apples. Let's throw those in. All right, cool. So, hopefully this is a extra tasty. I realize the irony of me saying hopefully with a 90% chance, but I just don't trust it. I told you I didn't trust it. I don't know how this is possible. I've missed 1 and 2 odds for 2 days in a row, and I missed 9 out of 10 odds. I don't even know what to do with this anymore. I can't even blame this on Dedenne. This isn't even Dedenne's fault. We're just having a terrible first week back with Dedenne. And I don't know what to do about it. The fact that we missed that extra tasty and likely will only get 1 extra tasty now instead of 2 means we almost certainly are not making Master 3, because we really needed 2 extra tasties to even have a chance. This has just been a bad week for extra tasties. I don't know what else to say about it. I really don't know what else to say. This is just awful. Let's go and see what we've got going on. Right now, we still need some more coffee beans. We've got enough sausage. We've got enough oil and potatoes. Honestly, if we don't have a chance of making... Yeah, if we don't have a chance of making it to Master 3, I'm not going to make dinner. I'm just going to go grocery shopping and try to start off next week with a bang. You know what? If I'm gonna do that, because let's see, Master 3 is basically 1.3 million, which is 450,000 away. Yeah, we would absolutely have to have both of them go extra tasty. They would both have to go extra tasty, and they would both have to be a minimum of 225, and I don't think that's what's gonna happen. So I'm just gonna collect from Dedenne, because we're about to swap out and didn't even get a skill trigger anyway, so it doesn't matter. So cool. All right, well, I guess let's swap our team around. Let's start collecting ingredients for next week. Yeah, you know what? Let's get off the salad team. Let's go ahead and get our grocery shopping team together. Man, oh man. You know what? No, we're gonna get the Kanto starters in here. Try to get those ingredient magnets up and running, and then we're gonna keep Gardevoir on the team. We're going to keep Gardevoir on the team, and I think what I'm going to do... Where are you? Oh, you're further down. I think what I'm going to do is get Walrein on the team instead of Dedenne, because Dedenne can't stack extra tasty chances from 1 week to the next. We got 90%. I don't know. I don't know, man. Part of me doesn't even want to make lunch. Even though we have 90% odds to get an extra tasty, part of me is just like, don't even worry about it. You're not going to hit Master 3. Why worry about it? Just save the ingredients for next week. start off strong, but then the other part of me is like, put that 90% extra tasty though. So honestly, I think, yeah, I think I might not even make lunch or dinner because we're not going to get to Master 3. That was the only thing I wanted. So I'm just going to put Walrein on the team to get that helping bonus started and up and running, and to have that sleep XP bonus overnight. And yeah, probably swap Gardevoir out for someone else bringing in ingredients overnight as well. Don't know who though. Skeledirge maybe? Not sure. But yeah, it's not been a good week on OGPP when it comes to extra tasties, so nothing we can do but move on. All right, let's go ahead and collect our missions that we completed. We did get to Ultra 4 and Cook 17 times, so we got a small dream cluster, as well as another 1,700 dream shards for cooking 17 times. I'm gonna get those diamonds tonight. Depending on what we find, may or may not give out the 15 biscuits, but kind of hope we do. I do want those handy candies. That's the one. I do want those handy candies, so there's that. Okay, so I think that is everything that we need to do for today in terms of Pokemon Sleep. I do want to check one thing. Let me make sure that Sneasel information is not up yet. I'm pretty sure it will not be. No, it is not. That is unfortunate. I was really hoping that we'd get some information on Sneasel before next week starts. Just to, let's go ahead and refresh our brains on that one. Sneasel is coming out tomorrow, I believe. Oh, whoa, I clicked the wrong thing. I don't even know how that was possible. All right, yeah, Sneasel and Weavile come out tomorrow, December 3rd. So, not tomorrow, sorry, Tuesday. Tomorrow is the 2nd. They come out Tuesday, December 3rd, and they will be on Greengrass Isle and Snowdrop Tundra, so use that information if you want to hunt them to go to either one of those. Yeah, we're going to hopefully get some more information about them soon. But all right, we are done with Pokemon Sleep stuff. Now to talk about what everybody is here for. The 1,000 subscriber playthrough. We, of course, if you missed yesterday's video, we finally made it to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you again for that milestone. And as promised, we are going to have a special thing that's going to happen as a result of that. We are going to be, we're going to be going on a playthrough. Like I said, I feel like I didn't really communicate effectively what was going on and what my thoughts were. So I wanted to touch base again and just kind of clear things up and have some time to think about it, because yesterday's video I was just talking off the cuff, and after it was posted and people started responding to it, I realized it probably wasn't the clearest. So to clear things up, I have already recorded some of the playthrough. I have not finished the playthrough. I've only made it a couple hours in, so I'm not very far. I do have one video that is almost ready. It still needs a little bit more work, but it's almost ready. And the reason that I've decided to switch from a video series to a live stream is I just do not have the time to really sit down and dedicate to editing the videos and getting the final product that I want to see and that I would be happy with putting out. So that's why it would be more advantageous for me to just do it as a live stream. That doesn't mean that we can't have a video series if you guys want. I'm open to recording the live streams and then basically just cutting it down very basically with not really any heavy editing, maybe throwing in some background music, and that's about it. But that's up to you guys. However, the reason that I wanted to touch base is because the type of run that it is gonna, I think, is going to affect how people look at what they want from this series. So I tried to think of a way that I could explain it without giving everything away. So these are the basic facts that I think that you guys need to know to really make an informed decision on this. It is a randomizer run. It is my first ever randomizer run. It is in a main series game that I have played before, so there are no surprises in terms of story. The plot of the story is not really going to be the focus of the playthrough. The focus is more of the randomizer run I also made it more difficult. If you follow along with the live stream channel, you probably have seen that I like challenge runs. I like to make the games a little more difficult than they otherwise would be on my subsequent playthroughs. So it's also going to be a little bit more difficult. For example, I've given every trainer has extra Pokemon. So there's that as well. So if we do start over, completely over, and I just scrap the first run, start a new run fresh, I'll re-randomize the seed so that all the Pokemon that we see will be new. It won't be stuff that I saw in my first couple hours of the first run. And the reaction should be preserved because it'll be all new, all fresh. So there's that. That said, there are a few pathways that we could go about this. I can finish up the first video, put that out, and then continue the run after what I've already recorded. Or we can start fresh, and then I can just live stream the videos and just leave them as VODs, and then you can go watch the VODs at your leisure, and we can do it that way. That does result in multiple hour videos that you would need to go search for. Or I can do the live stream regardless of which way we go in terms of the run, if we start over fresh or if we just pick up the run after the first video. I can go through and do the live streams possibly on the live stream channel, and then take them, cut them up into smaller bits, just without a lot of heavy editing, and then re-upload them to this channel. And that way you get a video series instead of big multi-hour VODs. To that end, I am going to put up a poll on the community tab of this channel, and I'm going to leave it up for a few days, probably at least 3 days, and get an idea. That way everybody has a chance to vote on it and tell me what you want to see, and we will go the route on that of whichever is the winner. I'm really open to whatever you guys want to do. Like I said, I just don't have the time to edit it the way that I really want to, but if you guys are okay with not as much editing as I would want to put into it, that's fine. It's not going to bother me one bit, so don't feel pressured to not pick that choice because it's not what I want. It's fine. Pick whatever you guys want. Ultimately, the content is here for you. I'm just along for the ride and enjoying the run. So there's that. Tell me what you honestly want, and we can go from there. So when this video goes live, if you're watching this video, the poll is live now. So make sure that when it's done, navigate over to the community tab of this channel and go and vote in the poll. Let me know what you want to see. Like I said, it will be up for at least 72 hours to give everyone a chance to really let me know what they want to see, and we will go from there. I know I'd said yesterday that we are going to do the run on Sundays. Obviously, since the poll is going to be up for the next couple days, not going to do anything today. And next weekend is mine and my wife's 1-year anniversary, so we're gonna be out of town, so we won't do anything next Sunday either. But I can use that time to work on the video if you want, or we can just take a break and figure out what we want to do and start the run fresh in 2 weeks from now. So that said, that is the update. And like I said, go ahead and go to the community tab of this channel. Let me know what you guys want to do. And I will be collecting information over the next couple of weeks just to try to make sure that we get exactly what you guys want. And yeah, hopefully I didn't spoil too much of it. I tried to just give you the basic facts without really spoiling everything. So it ought to be fun. It is a fun time. I had fun in the recording for the few hours that I did play through. So I think even if we start fresh, it's going to be a good time. But that is everything I wanted to talk about before I ramble on again, because you know I'm prone to doing so. Anyway, that is where we're going to wrap things up for today. So thank you for watching the video. Again, make sure to go to the community tab. Let me know what you think in the poll. If you put it in the comments, I will see it, but it won't necessarily count unless it's in the poll. So go ahead and go vote in the poll. A huge shout out to our ace trainers, Illusion, JP, Waite, and Husky Star. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you would like to support the channel, go ahead and click that join button right next to the subscribe button. And while you're down there, click the link to the Discord in the description box. You guys have a good night, and until next time, later, dudes.